This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Hope my voice is audible for everyone.
Yes.
Hi Jairam.
Hi.
So I'll share my screen. So we will give a couple of minutes for others to join and then we will start our demo session. Okay. So we will give a couple of minutes for other learners to join and then we will start our demo session. Thank you. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Today we are going to see performance engineering demo session. Myself, Saravanan. I have close to 14 years of experience in this field. I know various performance engineering tools, performance testing tools, worked with multiple customers, worked in multiple industries, multiple verticals. So what we are going to do, we are going to learn this performance engineering concepts. Okay, so without wasting further time, what will I do? I'll show you the course content that we are going to discuss. I mean, learn as part of this course journey. So I'll quickly show you the course content. Please let me know when you guys are able to see the screen. Everybody able to see my screen, right? Hello.
Yes, we are able to see the screen.
Okay, okay, sure. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, Rasmiraj. So, while going through this content, I'll explain what are all the interview questions, or in real world how you will be working. All those explanations we will check it. Actually, see, whenever I'm taking this kind of sessions, I usually explain or discuss about usual interview questions, or in real world what are all the challenges that we will face, how your learning will be straight away useful in your real world work life, like that only we discuss. So a typical example, I mean, say those who are learning this course journey, anyways, we will try to implement in our real world work, right? So our course coverage will be like practical example. We will work with all those real time things in our local machine, and then we'll try to see lot of different flavors. Okay, it may be a heap related issue, or it may be a thread related issue, or it may be a garbage collection related issue, like that. Different problem statements, different procedures, different tools. That is very important, right? Different tools that we are going to learn, guys. Okay. Neeraj, you have any question to ask me? Neeraj? Neeraj? Okay. Okay, no problem. Thank you. So now in that line only we are going to discuss about the course content. Okay. So I'll go to our course content. Say first of all, performance engineering introduction. Very important, right? Performance engineering introduction, because nowadays we do not have the definition or understanding of what is performance engineering. Everybody is actually working in performance testing, but we don't have a proper understanding of performance engineering means what. Okay, so in our course journey we are going to have a detailed understanding of what is performance engineering means. Okay, performance engineering. Performance testing means what? Performance engineering means what? In performance engineering, what are all the things you will do? Okay, that understanding we are going to get it. Okay, performance engineering life cycle in the sense, like, I mean, what are all the regular activities performance engineers will do? Okay, if I ask in this forum, if I ask anybody what is software development life cycle or software testing life cycle or performance testing life cycle, like that, if I ask the question, yes, you guys will be in a position to answer those questions. Okay, because you are right now into that. But performance engineering life cycle, if you are asking, mostly we will not answer, because we don't have the understanding. We are not right now working on that, right? So basically you will not answer that. So what we are doing here, we are going to learn that performance engineering life cycle. Okay, performance engineering life cycle. And then activities performed by performance engineers, because that is also very important. Where and all the performance engineers contribution is there? Is it in the UI layer? Is it in the app layer? Is it in the DB layer? Is it in the infra layer? What else? What else? So that is what we are going to discuss in the activities performed by performance engineers. Okay, that. So in the first section we are going to clearly define what is performance engineering, what you are supposed to do as a performance engineer. Okay, that understanding we are going to get it. Next one is Java performance engineering concepts. Java performance engineering concepts, that is also very important, because so if you are going for any interviews nowadays, I'm saying, if you are going for any interviews, say like Oracle or some other product based company, or you wanted to attend any CMM level 5 company interviews, definitely they will check you have a experience in this performance engineering side or what. Okay, recent example also, one of the learner who attended our session got placed in the Oracle company. So if you ask them, they'll say the expectation in these top level companies, yes, you may be joining as a performance tester, or you may be joining as a performance engineer, but the fundamental expectation is you should be knowing these concepts. I'm not saying only for that company. For all the other companies, the expectation is you should be knowing certain performance engineering concepts. Okay, say if you are in a position to talk about heap dump or what, if you are in a position to talk about thread dump or what, if you are in a position to talk about garbage collection or what, you know how to do infrastructure monitoring or what, you know how to do single user performance testing or what, like that. Nowadays their expectation is towards that. It is not only you are going to only say I know JMeter, I know load runner. No, no, the trend is actually changing. The trend is actually changing. Okay, you should not say only I know JMeter, I know load runner. No, you have to say I know JMeter, along with that I know Dynatrace, I know app dynamics, I know this utility concepts, I know heap dump, I know thread dump, like that. You need to explain. That is what the that is what the expectation. Okay, when you are going for any interview, you should not only say I know this. You should also say I know the monitoring side as well. I know DB side as well. I know infra side as well. Like that, the expectation is little beyond that case. Okay, that is what I'm trying to focus in this course journey. In this course journey, what we are going to learn, we are going to fill the gaps. Fill the gaps. Very simple. Fill the gaps. What is the gap? Yes, we right now if I ask Sudarshan or Lakshmi or Venki or Jairam, if I ask any question to you people related to core performance testing concepts, yes, you guys will be in a position to answer those things. But if I am asking little beyond that, if I'm asking little beyond that, what is thread means what? Heap means what? Stack means what? Like that, if I am asking something, sometimes you guys will not be in a position to answer. So, what we are trying to learn in this course journey, trying to fill the gap. What is the gap? Trying to boost your knowledge in that sector as well, so that when somebody is actually making you or asking you anything, you will be in a position to answer to those questions. That is how the entire course journey and the preparation is going to be. And as I mentioned, right, every interview questions or the combination of questions I'm going to explain throughout this course journey. Right from the day one till the last day, we are going to discuss along our regular performance testing, performance engineering interview questions. So that is also our focus area. That is also our focus area, so that you can easily crack the interviews, or you can easily participate in any discussion forum, or you can implement in your daily work as well. So that is how the course content is actually designed. So performance engineering on the Java concepts. Okay, on the Java concepts, what we are going to learn, first and fundamental thing is JVM architecture. Java Virtual Machine Architecture, JVM architecture. Okay, that is what we are going to learn. That is what we are going to learn. So, detailed explanation of the architecture. Anyways, I am going to explain what is class loader, what is method area, heap area, stack area. All those explanation will be there. Don't worry. We'll know the each and every component in the architecture, because anyways we are not going to work in all the components. We are going to work in the heap area, we are going to work in your garbage collection area, so like that. But even then, our focus is covering all the architecture components, so that we are going to do. And the next thing is JVM performance monitoring. Very important, guys. JVM performance monitoring, I mean, say like when you are running a program or some Java program, when you are running, it is running on the JVM. Okay, every Java program will be running on the JVM. So while running in the JVM, how your heap is behaving, how your thread is behaving, how your garbage collection is behaving. Important concepts. Okay, this is what I told you in interview. People will check you whether you have understanding of these things, right? So JVM monitoring topic, what we are going to do, we are going to learn how your heap is behaving, how your thread is behaving, how your garbage collection is actually working in the JVM monitoring. Yes, that one we are going to discuss. That one we are going to discuss. So while doing that process, maybe it's a high level term, right? JVM monitoring means it's high level term. How we are going to do that? So we have two utilities that are there in the JDK folder. One is JVisual VM, another one is JConsole. JVisual VM and JConsole. So this also, guys, like in any interview, if you guys are going, definitely they will ask, you have experience in JVisual VM, you know how to do the heap analysis, thread analysis, or you know how to trigger a heap dump, or how to trigger a thread dump. How will you usually analyze heap dump? That's a question usually will come. Or how will you analyze your thread dump? That is also a very important question. Is there an option available in JVisual VM to find the deadlock? That is also, we can do it. Is there an option to monitor your garbage collection in JVisual VM? Okay, so in our course content, we are going to cover each and every, not only the interview questions, the regular syllabus I'm saying, we are going to do the heap memory analysis, thread analysis, garbage analysis, and then heap dump analysis, thread dump analysis. All those things we are going to cover. All those things we are going to cover. That is also, it is there in the course content. So we are going to have one sample application in our local machine, and we are going to trigger a heap dump, thread dump, and how to do the analysis I am going to explain using JVisual VM. Using JVisual VM. Not only JVisual VM, we are going to learn JConsole as well. That is also we are going to do. All these things we are going to explain with the sample application in real world, how it is actually happening, right? That I am going to cover. So mostly any interview nowadays, if you are going, I see this pattern. I mean, definitely they will ask you what is heap dump, what is thread dump, what will you do in heap dump, what will you do in thread dump, what is your outcome of your heap dump, what is your outcome of your thread dump, what is your garbage collection mechanism, what algorithm that you are using, what collector that you are using, like that. N number of questions they will ask in the interview. Okay, they'll ask in the interview. So that also I am going to explain during the journey. I am going to explain which tool I mean you are going to use, what strategy that you are going to follow, what are all the steps that you are going to follow, how to identify the problem in heap, how to identify the problem in thread, how to identify the problem in garbage collection, which collector, which garbage collector. There are four types are there: serial garbage collector, parallel garbage collector, concurrent mark and sweep, and then G1GC. Okay, even your Apache JMeter tool is actually using G1GC. G1GC. So which garbage collector is actually good one, which one is actually suitable for what application, like that also we are going to learn along with the regular interview preparation as well. Okay, that is also in line with our preparation. Okay, not only that, there is a commercial profiling tool called your kit. There is a commercial tool called your kit, that is actually shortly called as YJP. YJP, maybe I'll type like this, YJP. Okay, it is actually your kit Java profiler. Your kit Java profiler. Okay, very famous profiling tool in the market, your kit Java profiler. So we are going to completely learn that profiling tool. Completely learn that profiling tool. That say, if you guys are putting it in your resume that you know profiling tool, that itself a different value, guys. Okay, that itself a different value. So we are going to learn your kit Java profiler. Okay, say I hope I don't want to tell all these things. Whenever you are uploading your profile in a job portal or anywhere, it will filter your profile using the keywords only. Using the keywords only. Say keywords is nothing but your JMeter, load runner, Dynatrace, App Dynamics. These are the keywords, right? So in that, if you know profiling tools, that is actually a value add. Okay, so we are going to learn your kit Java profiler as part of the course content. As part of the course content. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question? Please ask me. Okay, sure. So coming back. So and also JVM heap structure. Okay, you mean what are all the things we are going to learn? Garbage collection. Java, how garbage collection is actually working. In Java, how garbage collection is actually working. Okay, so we are going to learn what is hidden space, survivor space, tenured space, or even we are going to learn what is minor GC, major GC, full GC. All explanation we are going to learn with the clear cut definition. Okay, so while taking this session, anyways, I'll explain what is. There are interview questions will be there. What is top the world scenario? Okay, when you will trigger minor GC, when you will trigger major GC, or what is your solution for minor GC, major GC? how you are going to identify, is it a problem or it is a normal situation, what is the response time or time taken to complete your minor GC, what is the time taken to complete your major GC, like that and all. We are going to think about the interview point of it, like how we are going to answer or approach your garbage collection concept. That is also we are going to learn, guys. That is also we are going to learn with respect to garbage collection. So in that only I told you, you are going to define your heap size. Okay, you are going to define your heap size. Typically, I'll show you, I don't know, in this forum how many are working in JMeter, guys? How many are working in JMeter?
Yeah, I'm working.
Anytime did you try to do large volume performance testing? I mean 10,000, 20,000, like that?
No, I have used till 3000 in Blaze meter.
3,000. Oh, in Blaze meter you are saying. Blaze meter, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. In J meter you did not do the large volume performance testing, right?
No.
Okay, okay. So if you are those who are actually using J meter for large volume performance testing, okay. So if you could, I mean, why I am asking this question, those people, those who did it, they know the problem whatever I'm discussing. So you can see here, it is actually using 1 GB, min size max size as 1 GB, min size and max size as 1 GB heap memory, I'm saying. Okay, so JMeter is also a Java program. So which means that Java always run on the JVM and it requires heap memory. Okay, so by default your JMeter is actually using 1 GB heap space. Okay, 1 GB. So in order to run in JVM, there are predefined memory that are required. If you are not doing it, okay, if you are not doing it, which means that your result will be little poor. Okay, your result will be little poor. So make sure you are properly managing this min size, max size, max size. So that is what we are going to learn. I'm just saying this is an example. This is not only for JMeter. Any Java program, you need to define the heap memory. So what is that min size, what is that max size, like that we are going to discuss. So this also sometimes people will ask, what is xms means, what xmx means, what xmn means, what, like that lot of interview questions will be there. So that is also we are going to discuss during our regular sessions. In our regular sessions we are going to discuss about that as well. And then I am going to explain what is serial GC, what is parallel GC, what is concurrent mark and sweep, what is garbage first garbage collection, which is actually best garbage collector, like that. Even just now I showed you, right? Look at here. Look at here. JMeter is using G1GC. JMeter is using G1GC. So like that, we are going to discuss about which is actually a good garbage collector, and what is actually used for what purpose, serial why we are using, parallel why we are using, like that. That explanation also we are going to do it in this course journey. In this course journey. Okay, that is also part of our course content. Okay, and then you are going to discuss about thread pooling concepts. Thread pooling, okay, instead of creating the threads then and there, why don't you go for thread pooling concepts? That also we are going to discuss. Okay, and then JDBC connection pooling, okay, database side, and then JVM thread dump analysis. Okay, JVM thread dump analysis we are going to discuss. I mean, why we are taking thread dump. After taking the thread dump, what are all the things you need to understand? What is thread life cycle? This is also an interview question, guys. Thread life cycle itself is the interview question. So, thread life cycle, how to explain thread life cycle, and various options in which you are going to trigger the thread dump. Okay, and then tools that are available to do the thread dump analysis. Okay, what is yeah, thread analysis you are going to do? Fastthread.io, or even your JVisual VM, or even your JConsole. Okay, like that we are going to use different tools. Okay, and then different technique to analyze your thread dump. Okay, manually if I am analyzing the thread dump, If I'm manually analyzing the thread dump, how will I analyze? Or through the tool, automated way, if I wanted to do the analysis, means how should I do it? Like that, that explanation also we are going to check it, guys. We are going to check it. Okay, any question till now, guys?
Hi, this is
Yeah,
Prashanti.
hi Prashanti.
Can we take thread dump and heap dump in app dynamics or Dynatrace?
In app dynamics, you can take thread dump and heap dump. In Dynatrace, you can take only heap dump. No option to take thread dump.
Okay.
Okay. Any further question?
One more question. So, like
Yeah.
these days, most of the applications are developing on Node.js,
Hmm.
React.js. Uh, this is providing extensive options in the UI as well.
Yeah, correct,
So,
Prashanti. Prashanti, that's what. This is like a ocean. This entire world, a lot of sub-components, sub-classifications are there. Okay, but I would say Java takes the maximum share, and it is not only about Java. There is an infrastructure part. So if you clearly look at my course content coverage, I covered Java, I covered infrastructure, I covered database, I covered front end, I covered production log. Like that. The course content is prepared to cover the various aspect. But apart from this also there are slight things are there, but if you are going to that level, I mean each and every sub component, each and every sub layers level, if you are trying to go, it will be like 100 hours session. So what we wanted to bring it here, Shanti, we wanted to trigger that trigger that learning point. Okay, trigger that learning
yeah,
point. Performance engineering is a huge learning point, but what we summarized here in this course journey, yes, we are going to start with Java, with the infrastructure, with the database, with single user monitoring, with the profiling tool, with the APM tool. Like that, we try to cover the maximum flavors in that total area, Prashanti. You are getting my point?
yeah, yes, yeah,
Yeah, and yes, it is implicit. It is not a one time thing that you are going to do everything, right? So you are going to slowly learn this journey. In that, we are giving this triggering point. From here our journey is actually starting, Prashant. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, thank you, thanks for your question, Prashant.
yeah.
So and then similar thing that we are trying to do it in the heap dump analysis. Heap dump. Okay, when you will take a heap dump, how to analyze the heap dump, what are all the tooling options that are available, what are all the different strategy. I mean, manually how will you analyze, or automated way how will you analyze, like that. Yes, there are things that we are going to discuss here also. Mostly they will ask interview questions. Do you have experience in triggering the heap dump? How will you analyze it? What are all the factors that you will consider? What are all the tools that you will use? What are all the output that you will report? Like that, lot of things that we are going to learn as part of this heap dump analysis as well. Okay, next thing is garbage collection analysis. Okay, how to trigger, how to capture your garbage collection log first, and then how will you analyze your garbage collection log. What are all the different strategies that are available? Okay, I mean, there is a tool called GCEC, there is a tool called GC viewer, or even using JVisual VM, how to analyze the garbage collection. Like that, we are going to discuss here also. A lot of interview questions are will be available. I mean, what algorithm you used, how many minor GC major GC happened, what is the frequency of the minor GC major GC. Like that, yes, People will ask different question. That also we are going to cover it as part of the course itself. We are going to cover that garbage collection related concepts as well. Okay. Next one is out of memory error. Out of memory error, when it will happen. What is out of memory? What is memory leak? Okay. What is out of memory? What is memory leak? And then what are all the different types of out of memory that are available? Okay, for each and every out of memory, what is the solution you have to provide? If it is java dot lang dot out of memory error java heap space, that is one type. Java dot lang dot out of memory error, you have a permgen space, that is another type. Like that, there are different type of out of memory error that are there. For each and every out of memory type, how you are going to provide a suggestion, how you are going to provide your recommendation, that is all we are going to discuss. Okay, that is all we are going to discuss as part of this learning. Okay. Okay, so all these are something we are trying to cover with respect to java performance engineering. Okay, initially what I told, we are going to learn about your fundamentals, introduction, and then java performance engineering concepts. What is heap, what is thread, what is garbage collection, how to do all these things. Yes, we are going to cover each and everything. Next, our learning should be there in where infrastructure monitoring. Infrastructure monitoring. So nowadays, actually saying guys, maybe I'll ask this question: how many are actually doing infrastructure monitoring in your organization? Anybody? Nobody?
We are using Dynatrace and App Dynamics.
Okay, very good. At least one person in this group says like we are doing, but mostly what is happening, everybody is saying no.
There is a
No.
separate infra team.
Yeah, exactly. This is a golden answer. We will get it from everybody. Everybody will say there is a separate team. There is a separate team. They're actually saying, So recent, maybe I would say the recent 50% to whom I interviewed. Okay, recent 50% to whom I interviewed, I would say 1 or 2% maybe they mentioned like they know infrastructure monitoring. 1 or 2. Look at the success rate. 1 or 2 are saying like we know infrastructure monitoring. Remaining 48 people are saying I don't know, there is a separate team available, I don't have access. These kind of excuses only we are getting it from them. Actually saying, say nowadays the trend is actually changing guys. I don't know how many of them experienced it. The trend is actually changing. You should say I am the single person doing everything. That answer only every interviewer or every customer they are expecting. You have to say I am the all-rounder. I know batting, bowling, fielding, keeping, everything I am the only person doing. That is how the process is there. You cannot only say I know J meter, I know load runner, that's all. No, if you are telling like this, they look for options. They look for options. Okay, so which means that you should know infrastructure monitoring also. It doesn't mean that you have to do it. At least you learn it. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to do it. You have to learn it. Okay, so you have to learn it how to do the infrastructure monitoring, or you have to instruct somebody how to do it, or if somebody is doing and they are giving the metric, you should know how to analyze it. All these are important. Okay, even you can ask your infra team to provide the metric, and then you can tell them, okay, this is a problem, why don't you look into it. Like that, you need to analyze and then provide the suggestion. Everybody able to understand guys? Any question till now? Yeah. So why I am very focusing on this topic, the mistake is happening in this time only. I'll show you. Okay, so those who are actually doing infrastructure monitoring. Okay, see, sorry, those who are not doing infrastructure monitoring, for them I'm saying. Give me a second. Just a minute, guys. My mouse pad is so oily. That is the reason my yeah. Okay. So you consider like this. You have your x-axis and then you have your y-axis. So when you are running your test, okay, your start of the test is actually here. Okay, your start of the test, the memory is here, and then your memory is actually dipping down. Okay, exactly at 1 hour you are stopping the test. Exactly at 1 hour you are stopping the test. Okay, the memory actually started here. Exactly at 1 hour you are stopping the test, and you are, because you did not do the infrastructure monitoring, you are only doing performance testing tool level analysis. What you guys will do, guys, in this situation, you did not do the infrastructure monitoring, you only do the performance testing, and you did the test for 1 hour. What will you do usually? You will only measure the metric in JMeter, and you will say all the matrices are under the SLA. Correct or not? You will tell like that. Everybody will accept this, right? You will only analyze your tool level metric and you will say everything is under the SLA. But in reality, in another 30 minutes or in another 40 minutes, the system will be crashing with the out of memory issue. It is going and touching your, it is going to touch your lower boundary. Correct or not? Everybody will accept this. It is going to touch your lower boundary. Sorry. So, which means that if you are not monitoring the infrastructure, you are only focusing on your application data. Sometimes it may end up in a critical outage problem. So that is the reason I'm saying you should do infrastructure monitoring. You should also analyze your performance testing tool numbers. Both are important. Both are important. Everybody able to understand this? Any question in this?
Yeah. Can we monitor the infrastructure using Dynatrace and App Dynamics?
Yes. In Dynatrace, it is a host monitoring. In App Dynamics, it is a machine agent monitoring, server monitoring. Yes,
Okay.
it is available. Guys, actually, I am the person who takes App Dynamics training, Dynatrace training, Datadog training, New Relic training. So, anyways, in our course, I will summarize. I'll summarize all my experience and knowledge across the tool, and then we will discuss the topic. Don't worry. I would not say like this is not my zone and this is not my things like that. I will not say. It's a collective learning that we are going to do. All are actually the real world example focused, interview focused things will be discussed. Okay, Jaram.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, we are going to do Windows Server monitoring concepts. I mean, lot of matrices. There is an important concept called perfmon. How to do your Windows Server monitoring using perfmon. That we are going to learn, and then we are going to learn about Linux server monitoring. In Linux server, there is a tool called nmon. That one we are going to learn. All metric level, commands level, VM stat means what, net stat means what, IO stat means what, ser means what, top means what, like that. All interview questions. I mean, this is also interview question in Linux machine. When you are doing infrastructure monitoring, what command will you use, like that. So that part, I mean, infrastructure part, we are covering two flavors. One is Windows Server, another one is Linux Server. In Windows Server, we focused on perfmon. In Linux server, we focused on vmstat, netstat, iostat, sur, top, nmon. Those are the commands. Okay, so all these are we are going to discuss. And then on the database performance monitoring, we are going to learn Oracle database monitoring. In that we are going to learn AWR report, automatic workload repository report. AWR report means what? ADDM reports means what? ASH report means what? How will you identify the problem in your AWR report? Like that, database side we are going to learn Oracle database. And then the very important topic is client side performance. Client side performance. Actually saying your performance testing tools are not giving client side performance metric. Everybody accept this? Your performance testing tools are not giving client side performance.
Yes.
Yes, that's a problem. Okay, it will not provide you what is your browser loading, browser rendering, page painting, all those information your load testing tool will not give you. JMeter will not give you. In load runner, there is a protocol called true client will give you, but nobody will use it usually. Okay, so obviously your numbers are not representing your client side numbers. So which means that we are going to focus on that layer as well. We are going to focus on that. See, nowadays, if you guys are knowing if you guys are talking about these things, Google Web Vitals, there is a concept called Google Web Vitals. Many customers, they started discussing about this. Google Web Vitals means what? Cumulative layer shift means what? Largest contentful paint what? Or your total blocking time means what? Like that, every customers, they started discussing about these things. Important interview questions, Google Web Vitals. So that and all we are going to discuss in the client side monitoring things. In that we are going to learn what is your GT metrics, Chrome Dev Tools, web page test, like that we are going to discuss, guys. Okay. And then last time I told you there is a industry familiar profiling tool called YJP, your kit Java profiler, we are going to learn, right? There is one more profiling tools we are going to learn called J profiler, which is called as Java profiler we are going to learn. And that profiling tools we are going to see extensively with real world example. Okay, that we are going to do. And one more very important thing is we are going to learn the industry familiar APM tool, application performance testing, performance monitoring tool called Dynatrace. We are going to learn Dynatrace tool as part of this course content. Dynatrace, very famous industry familiar APM tool called Dynatrace. We are going to learn about that. Probably 2 to 3 days of a session will be there for Dynatrace itself. So we are going to learn in detail about what are all the capabilities that are available in Dynatrace APM tool. Okay, and then finally we are going to learn about how to analyze your production log, and then what are all the usual CPU related, memory related, response time related problems will be coming. So that is also we are going to learn, guys. That is also we are going to learn. So all these are we are going to learn as part of this course content. So as I mentioned, there are a few interview questions I told you, right? Like that, section by section we are going to learn a real world example with a practical learning. Okay, all artifacts we are going to share it through Google Drive. Okay, so that is how our learning would be. Okay, I'll take a pass here. Any question, you can ask your question, please.
Hi, Sharon. This is
Hi.
Raghu. Yeah. So I have two specific questions. One is, as you said that, heap size, okay, XMS and XMS, okay. That is there. But about metaspace actually, are we going to cover the metaspace also? What is the purpose? Because these days it is
Yeah.
going to increase. That
See,
is one thing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'll take this question first. So Metaspace is there for the PermGen memory.
Mm-hmm.
During the start of your any application, there is a storage for your class level, method level files. Okay, for that is actually used. Usually, in old generation, some 5 years, 10 years before, and all people will use only 64 MB or 128 MB only your Metaspace size. But in JMeter, if you would have observed, I don't know whether you observed it, it is 256 MB. Okay, so
Yes.
like that, we are going to discuss about that as well. Here it is actually
Raghu.
mentioned as Lakshmi. Yeah, Raghu.
Raghu.
Sorry. Yeah.
No problem. So our second
What is your
question
next?
is,
Yeah.
next question is, of course, we are covering the AWR reports, okay, but in the JD point of view, even ASH is not covered. Of course, orally you told me that ASH acquisition history reports kind of thing we covered, right?
Actually, I'm not sure. Like when I was orally explained, I explained the ASH also. Maybe in the content it is not there. While
Yes,
orally
yes.
I'll explain. I told ASH. I told you. Active section history is actually covered.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
AWR, ADDM, ASH. But ASH and AWR, if you take, people will consider both are equally same kind of a feel. Only people will say so. So yes, it is there, Raghu.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yep. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, so those were Prashanti. You have any question, Prashanti?
Yes, I have few set of questions. Uh,
Yes, two set of
so
questions.
yes, actually, like currently I am using App Dynamics. So, do you think there are differences between Dynatrace and App Dynamics?
See, see, it is the same question suits for whether I should learn JMeter or load runner. So both are both are industry familiar tool. I mean, I'm saying like App Dynamics and Dynatrace are industry familiar tool. Which customer they are having that tool, we have to work on it. Maybe the current customer to whom we are working with, maybe they are having App Dynamics means. In next customer, if you are working with, if they are having Dynatrace means, you can work in that tool. But but both are leading the market, both are having a good reputation in the market, both are having a good amount of agent support, technology support, both are having a up to date market support. All those things are there, Prashanti. But I would not say one is superior, one is inferior kind of a things and all. Both are actually doing a good job. So learning Dynatrace, learning App Dynamics, putting that word in your profile is all value add only, Prashanti. Okay.
Okay, so like those who are into Dynatrace will be able to correlate like when you are teaching App Dynamics.
Effectively, I would say those who are learning App Dynamics, those who are learning Dynatrace, those who are learning Datadog, those who are learning Neuralink, everybody does the same thing. Everybody
Okay.
does the same thing. Only thing is label change, menu change, screen change. That's the only thing. But fundamental concepts are everywhere same only. I'll put the question in this direction. Those who are learning JMeter, those who are learning load runner, end of the day they will do correlation parameterization. That's all.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. In any tool, if you go static value handling, dynamic value handling only people will do, right? So ultimately, any tool if you are learning, monitoring is monitoring, Prashanti. So it will be similar understanding only. Only thing is label change, screen change. That's all.
Yes, coming to the cloud monitors, like we will have in the AWS we have CloudWatch. So similarly in the Azure Insights. So like will there be a lot of difference coming to these tools to CloudWatch or
See, anyways, these are inbuilt tools, right? Like CloudWatch is for AWS, App Insights for Azure. These are inbuilt tools. Okay, I'll tell you, there are customers if you go, they will not prefer AWS. There are customers if you go, they will not prefer Azure. In that case, that tool set is only pertaining to that infrastructure alone. But that is not the case for Dynatrace. That is not the case for App Dynamics, right? Because they are covering everywhere. So
yes.
instead of going to the inbuilt tools, if you are learning these tools, it will be covering all aspects, right? So that's a value add only for you. If you are learning the APM tool, that's actually a value add. If you are going for the inbuilt tool, that is only good for that flavor, AWS flavor, Azure flavor. Clear?
Yeah.
Sorry.
My second question is on load balancing. So are
Yeah. Tell
we
me.
covering the load balancing also?
Specifically, we did not cover load balancing. What happened? Some two batches or three batches before, one of the learner, he wanted to know like what is load balancer, what are all the type of things are there like that. That time I took 20 minutes, 25 minutes extra for that learner. I mean, not only for that learner, I took it in the forum only, but that learner, he requested me, I took that special section. If you are okay, I'm even okay to take that 20 to 25 minutes only to explain about load balancing concepts. I'll explain that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, and like few more other question about the database. Like, so coming to the Oracle or SQL databases, all these are structured databases. So, like, do we have similar kind of monitors, metrics for unstructured databases too? Because, like, we're coming to the streaming data these days, like the streaming media has a lot of
Hmm.
popularity,
Hmm.
reach to the people.
Hmm.
So, like, so what is the approach coming to the database monitors for this unstructured data?
See, that's what. See, what we talked about is the inbuilt database monitoring aspect. Oracle means AWR, SQL Server means SQL Profiler, like that. Okay, it's all inbuilt things. In that case, you should go to the Dynatrace App Dynamics kind of a place where you are going to deploy your agents and then you are going to monitor those DBs. So yes, you have both the solutions. I mean, there are places their inbuilt monitoring things itself. Yes, you are going to leverage that. Or there are places they are either they do not have it, or they are right now not focusing on that kind of a monitoring. Means you focus on APM tool where everything is actually covered. All variety, all flavors is actually covered. In that case, you can try to leverage the APM tool understanding, Prashant.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And one thing, like, since you are into performance testing background, so other than the course content, will you be able to help us to guide if we have any questions in performance testing?
Guide, yes, your word is perfectly
In
right.
this,
Guide I will do. Definitely I'll do, no problem. So why Prashanti I'm saying, it's kind of a disclaimer nowadays. If I'm telling it to our students, I am there to do. What happened last month, one student, he shared his screen, he clicked the start button, looks like there is an exam in their organization, he asked me to attend that.
okay.
Okay. He told me, sir, why don't you help me, sir? I said, like, okay, share your screen. He shared the screen, he clicked the start button, asking me to write the exam. So that kind of a things is not possible. Yes, guidance, yes, suggestions, some kind of a brainstorming things, yes, everything is possible, but don't put me into your examination hall, or don't put me in your sir, next week my delivery date, sir, I don't know what you will do, complete, sir, like that and all. Don't force me to do so. That's not fair, right? So wherever you need guidance or suggestions, yes, I'm very well okay to do that, but don't put me into your job support or work support kind of things. That's little not possible, but other things I'm pretty much okay for doing it, Prashant.
Yeah, okay.
Because whenever I'm saying these things, students are thinking in the other direction. They are thinking like, yeah, sir is there to I will get the job alone, rest of the things sir will do. So I'm not telling it nowadays to anybody. You properly use the word guide. Yes, I am okay to guide you, Prashanti.
Okay. So, related to the databases only, so you will explain like database optimization as well, like on the schemas,
It is
indexing and all.
ADDM is nothing but the recommendation part only, Prashanti. ADDM.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
so you will get it. I mean, during the session, I'll explain all those things. Right now, if I say it is like touching your nose around the head, so it's not clearly you will not get that clarity. So during the session, I'll explain all those things, Prashanti. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. So I think I mean, those who are interested to proceed with this course journey, guys, this is Kumar's our number. I'll paste it in the chat. You guys can, I mean, here in the screen also I pasted 80199 I'll repeat again, 80199 Please reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. 80199 I'll paste it in the chat as well. You guys can take it. Okay, 80199 Kumar sir. Okay, so 80195247. So all these, I mean, the timing is actually 9 to 10 p.m. Indian time. 9 to 10 p.m. Indian time, correspondingly in other locations 9 to 10 p.m. And it is a weekday session. Monday to Friday the session will be there. Saturday Sunday holiday, and it is planning to go by 25 plus hours. 25 plus hours of a session will be there. Okay, all videos are actually recorded, and we will share through YouTube playlist URL. Daily we will upload the videos. These videos you will be having a lifetime access. Lifetime access will be there, because sometimes, if because of your office meeting or any personal issues, if you are missing the session, you can watch the video later and bring your questions in the next session. Or even it is a lifetime access, right? Any point of time you can watch it and then bring your questions. That also we can do it. That also we can do it. So all artifacts, sample applications, tools, softwares, everything we will be sharing through Google Drive. Through the Google Drive we will share it to everybody. You can download it and then you can do the practical learning. Okay, that is actually a practical learning we are trying to do, so you can do as well. So this is actually 25 plus hours of a session, weekday session, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Indian time, correspondingly in other locations. Okay, those who are wish to proceed, I mean, as far as the learners interest, we are planning to start the session as early as possible, so we don't want to miss any session. So we'll continue this learning. At the next day one session, I'm expecting we all will travel in this course journey. And thanks everyone for giving me this opportunity. Thanks everyone for joining this demo session. Special thanks to Jairam, or even Prashanti, or Raghu. You guys made this demo session more interesting, because you guys asked a lot of questions. Because a lot other people, maybe in their mind they would have had this question, but they did not ask. But you guys made this interactive. So thanks everyone for bringing these questions. I hope
Hello,
yeah, Shobha.
sir. I actually joined this for an S date or something like that. This Isha solution is only for performance testing training or for S date also. How it is?
Sorry, your voice is breaking in the middle. Come again. What is that? One more time.
Yeah, I was looking for Selenium Java training.
Oh, okay. You talk to Kumar sir. They will guide you, Shobha. This is actually a performance engineering demo session. So you can talk to Kumar sir. I pasted in the chat, right? 8019952427. He will tell you when the Selenium session will start and demo session will be there, Shobha.
Oh, is it? Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ah, yeah. You're
So,
welcome.
yes, Saran Raghu here. So,
Yeah.
suppose I would like to go for the recorded session because my office timings cannot meet this kind of requirement. So, how can I proceed actually? So, all the
Same
way.
same thing. Same thing,
Mm,
Raghu. You talk to Kumar sir. He will tell
mm.
you what is the process. He will guide you. He will guide you. You touch base with him.
Okay, okay. And second question
Okay,
is
Raghu.
we are going to compare side scope and app dynamics. What about sorry, we are going to compare Dynatrace and side scope. So generally in the side scope kind of that is the agentless monitor side scope. Okay, all these are one agent kind of process there. So are we going to on a high level way? We are going to compare the three monitoring tools which are available in the market. Sharon?
No, right now we are not doing in that way. See, our focus
Mm-hmm.
area is actually purely covering Dynatrace capabilities, features like that. Okay, but
Okay.
sometimes what will happen, the learners will ask in what way Dynatrace is good when compared to App Dynamics, or you tell me what is a different feature that is available in Dynatrace like that. That is what I mentioned. You can go
Mm-hmm.
into that discussion, Raghu. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure, sure, Sharon. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks
I have
everyone
one
for.
last question.
Yeah.
Are we going to have hands-on as well?
Yes, yes, that's what I told you. Whatever I'm going to cover, it's all practical things only. Hands-on in the sense, like, anyways, you are going to do it in your machine, but I'll explain how to set up the sample application, how to trigger the load, how to capture the log, how to analyze it, like that. I'll explain. You are going to do it in your machine. If you are facing any problem or any queries, you can bring it on. We will discuss.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for your question.
Like UIKit
So
and App Dynamics too, right?
your kit and Dynatrace.
Yeah, Dynatrace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for joining today's session and have a nice day. Bye bye.